me to do an evaluation of that video with the underside of the structure there. This appears to be 50 and that appears to be 48. So 48 aligns with right here, I believe. That's 48. So you're looking at the right behind there would be 50, 48, and so here's the deck above. Back to here is the swimming pool. So as we look into this image, the pool would be back here. So here's 50, 48, 46, 44, 42. Going back down the plane there. Now let's go with 72, and then to your right is 42. So there's 42, and then the bridge deck. The pool deck is on top of the pool deck. 42 over. It's like 1:23 in the morning. I'm pretty exhausted here. 48, 46, 44. There is 42. Pool is behind that point. So right about here is where the pool ceiling rips out. The other cars fall down on top of these cars, the parking garage area. It's let me fast forward a little bit. So let's see, we're going to the left. What's important here is, so there's 103 and then that. Okay. So what is important here? Let's see, did I get the right drawings? No. So we were looking down here, and then the lady's, I think it's a female, walking to the left, and then she'll present herself out here somewhere. Where's the structure? There's the driveway coming down. Yeah, there's a driveway coming down. There are dual columns right here. I think she's going to step in somewhere approximately there, or our elevation change is what I'm really going to show you. Here's our, where's the elevation change? That's the upper deck outside on top of that one room. 1110. And then here is 13.4. All this is 13.4. And let's go. So where's my video? Walking to the left. It's buffering. Alright, so bear with it. We'll get reoriented. Well, we won't. Apparently, a few people might be watching this video. Okay, there we go. Wait for it. Right there, I believe that's your pool encasement. There is number 37 approximately. So 37 approximately. So going to images, which is back there actually. That's the room 6. Going to images are 42. So it's counting down that way. 37 would be over a row. So I believe it's down here, and you're looking at, if we could see this exposed, you would be looking at a white case where they go under it. There's a hot tub. If I got that right now. This is what I want to give you for data here. There is no anchorage coming from here. Now, I can't give you my source, but my source is a good source. And there's no anchorage right here. No evidence of anchorage from here to here. So there's a column, the punch here, right here. That's 42, I believe, right there. And that would be 40. And that would be 38. So there's no, that's the way if I'm counting correctly. There's no anchorage over here. So we could get our, what I call the butterfly failure, with the ledger failing here, the extra loads from here to here not being anchored. This could give us our moment right here because of the it's basically a cantilever from here to here with no interaction here. So it becomes a cantilever over to this wall. So from this column to there is cantilevered. That's a significant amount of cantilever if you think about it, if you consider it. So it's supposed to be 5. Number 5 for just 5/8. Again, I'm exhausted here, guys. It's 1:30 in the morning. Spaced 12 inches on center, and there is no connection there. So the cantilevers from here to here, more than half the width of the pool, as you can see, plus the hot tub is right about there. But our elevation is 1110. Let's get back to the video so I can die on you guys here, basically. Again, that's 58. So, I mean 48. That's 46. And it's stripped down, then 42, and you're working your way over to that pool. And getting back to the video, you can hear excitement in my voice. Again, I'm exhausted. I need to get to put myself down. So let's go. So she's over here at 17. There's 29 over there. There's 16. This is an odd thing for me because here's the pool. I mean the ramp. Now watch this. Where we go here? Where we go here? Come on, Collins Ave. I guess I can't talk myself up no matter how much I try. So there's the straightest shot. And straight shot, straight back. There's your pool. Back there to your left. She's looking over here, thereabouts. There's the ramp. This is where the elevation changed, 13.4. Back here we're at, I thought it was to your left. 1110. So 13.4. We got a 1 foot, 2 inches, so 1 foot, 6 inch difference. If I don't, my brain's awake. I don't think that's awake. Yeah, 1.6. So we have 1 foot 6 inch elevation difference. Let's show it to yourself. And where are we? Nope. Yes. All right. So there's that. She's going to turn right. There's a transfer beam here. Wait for it. Wait for it. When she turns, bam. There's that elevation right here. Wait for it. She's going to go a little bit more. Turn again to the right. Right there. There's her elevation. So we have the higher elevation here, the lower elevation here. That transfers over to here when you. So she's at 13.4 here, and to the right there, she's looking at our outs. If we can go look above us, so beams. Yeah, a little bit confusing, but there's 1110. So 13.4 over here, we should still be, we should not be over beams. I think I'm over beams. Yeah, I'm over beams. What's that damn number? This is not coming out the way I want it to come out, just so you know. Back up again. This is not configuring the way I want it to configure. That looks like 48 right there. See 48? So that's 46. Son of a gun. I'll back it up. Wait for me. I am doing the 1 frame trick. Don't get mad at me. There's 48. 48 is our number here. Here's 46. So right there, you're looking at the split of the deck. Oh man, I wish I had more energy, guys. Sorry, I'm burned out. So we're looking at the split of the deck right there at 48. Right here, where the deck splits. And it's splitting an elevation change. These aren't just, these are the floor beams over there. Those are those floor beams we see. So 48 would be floor beams. So coming down straight across. 48, 48. So if we had if I had the right beam floor up, remember story of two buildings. This is the beam. This would be the beam. The beams coming across, and I should see if I can find that for you real quickly. Oh, very interesting. These are not very deep. These are pretty shallow, and some are turned over. Apparently, turned over, representing as turned over. Again, here's your distance from here to here. So a couple of my people following me where my bias is over here with the split deck. There please just be one little pocket opening here, and I would have called that a beam. It's a pocket opening, drain perhaps. I don't know. It's not identified. It's 1'9". Maybe it is identified. I just don't have the energy to go look for it right now. Let's go to 35, 36. All right, where's my beam? Where are my beams? My transfer beams. Nope. No. Getting warmer. I'll only do a couple more tabs down, then I'm going to bail on this. Get back to your content of that flooring. 45. Okay. We'll come back to that another time then. We'll come back to that another time. So there's your split, 48 right there. So when you see the firemen working, they're working over here at part of the building that collapsed down, which was the cars up there, and they're going at cars. That's kind of weird for me. I mean, here's 48. 48 looks like it doesn't represent a room above, does it? But yeah, I don't get that one. That one's perplexing me to some degree. My cats. So there's 42. There's 72. There's 40. 42. There's 46. 40. My cats are going at it. I don't recall. Yep, you can hear them in the background. They're okay. They're two boys. They go at it like that. Again, so we're back to that one. So there's a little stagger there, you know. Looks like it's staggered a bit. These two presents like staggered. In line. It's George and Bruce. Believe me, they like Bruce. George likes to. That's how he fights, like Bruce Lee. You know, Bruce Lee used to go like that. Well, George fights like that, and Bruce is the quiet one fighting. There's the pool. I believe that's the pool back here. Perhaps I think that's where I'm driving at. So across the pool is what she's saying is 17. Across the pool is what she's saying is 17, so 34. Let's try that. 34. See if I can jump forward. Now they're both lying and looking at each other, the kitties, the cats. And there we go, loaded. So here's our pool, our columns, our entrance right here. Somewhere about here. They don't appear to be marked here. 17, possibly that column there. I don't need you guys to tell me that I'm looking at something different. Basement level, a couple of you guys love to point out that you're looking at the wrong floor. I'm just transferring the beams down. That's all I'm doing. So there's our spacing. So we should be able to see two beams when she looks down there, almost on top of each other. Pretty close, 7 foot, well, not really, 7'6". That's significant. Let's go to the video and see if we can see those two beams. I have two windows open up on that. So 7'6" is what I want to see, two beams apart. There's a car length greater than 7'6". these two look pretty close. There's the back of the car, there's the other part of the car. So those two beams do look like they present that car, the BMW or whatever it is, appears to be parked right about here. So that does put us over here. So that video, the car is parked. I don't see two columns in front of it, do I? So it appears to be this is what she's referencing. So let's see. Ramp? Nah, she's probably down here one more. Well, no, that's something in the way. And what's the width? 10'4". That's plenty for her to get for a car to be in there. All right, so let's go back to video. And so that's the first set. And then there's the other set. So it's in the first set. There's the bumper, there's the other one, there's two car spots, and then this going up the ramp. So we have ramp, two car spots. So the car spots are identified on this one, but then we have these two columns. So two car spots here, let's see our width, 19.8. So yeah, you can get two cars right there, 1 and 2, and then this would be the bottom of the ramp then, right? So let's do that. So bottom of the ramp, two car spots, then this one. So this is the orientation. So right here is the ceiling that fell down. Here is a step down. You see this step up or step down, however you want to consider it, however you want to reference it. So in front of the ramp, step up, step down. Let's go to the drawings here and go to elevation. And elevation would be here. So here's our ramp coming down. We're at 13.4. Thank you, Bruce. I'm trying to do a video here, dude. So here are the two columns. Bottom of ramp, two cars parked here. Yes, I hear you. So here's the two where the ceiling came down. And he's quite vocal. It's quite vocal. So here's where the ceiling came down right here. So our shear plane would be here along the edge of this, unless it engulfed more of the elevation to the right. With that said, is there an elevation or is this a beam? So we come back here, let's look at that. It's a beam because I see the same elevation of 13.4. She is standing facing this direction. This column is in front of her and that one. So she's looking, so this column's in front of her. Right about here. So that her view is, well, there's not two columns in front of her. She's standing about here and she's going to rotate and turn. When she does that, we're going to be looking at this. Okay. When she turns, we're going to be looking at BM. We are going to be looking at this different elevation. We're going to be looking at BM33 and possibly, I think there's another beam in here. And the cross beams are here. That's what we're looking at. We're looking at the transfer beams on the underside. And so we're looking at BM33, just BMA. Just BMA. We're looking at transfer beams, and this is 33, but we're looking at these transfer beams when she rotates. She's going to rotate from here, turn, and we're going to see these guys, which would be at a different elevation. We're out here in the pool deck area. Okay. So when she turns, there it is here. We're already at the pool deck area. I'm not going to deny that. I'm looking at two columns, and this is across from her one column. So across from her one column, there's the two cars. She's clearly on this side because you can see so she's right about here, seeing this column and this column, and then the car there with the two beams next to it. So she's here and she's underneath. There's the pool deck, straight ahead, 60-something feet. That's the width. So she's standing right here. So she's right underneath. We're right underneath the bridge. Yeah, we're right underneath of right here. We're literally Like she's like right here underneath of the outside wall, the supporting wall to the outside of the structure. So right here underneath of that. So she's right underneath where we need to be, not this alcove, bump out. She's right there. So where is the, shoot, I actually jumped in this tab. Performance bond, sorry guys. You don't want to see about performance bonds, do you? The, so these are punch outs, punch holes. See, so there's 2 columns. Where are you? So what I consider the punch outs appear to be, oh, there they are, the 2 columns. So 2 columns, probably for running the systems up. So here's the driveway down. She is right in front of our outside wall. When she rotates, we're going to see this. Let's see if I can go over 1 or 2. Let's get rid of that tab. So she is right here. Turn. Okay, a little bit of beam, of extra bump. Good. Okay. So she's going to walk forward. She's going to turn. She was under the pool deck then, boom. So here's our beams, our transfer beams for that bump out. So that's our bump out right. So that's still her orientation right here. You're looking at these beams to support the bump out of the structure, which is right here. Okay, so right there, and there's a bigger, larger BM33 dimension wise. And back to the video. So this is the failed parking garage. The building structure is right where it falls right now on our heads. This is the last transfer beam that she's standing in front of the garage. Okay. So she's standing in front of the pathway. Failure of the deck falling straight back. So right here, oh, shit. Let her turn right again. Come on, turn around, dude. Okay. So there's that larger, see that larger of the beam? Right here, that's BM33. BM33. See how deep it is? And that BM33 is right here. And BM33 would correlate, let's see, page 31. Let's see if I go the wrong way. BM33 correlates, so columns comes first and then beams are drawn. So columns, nope, beams first. BM33 is a big boy. She's 24 by 42, 9'10" clearance from the bottom of it. So elevation, bottom of concrete, 9'10", and it's a big boy. That's the beam dimensions. 24 by 42. So that's the big boy there. That's BM33. And so these are what you're looking at when you see that car down there, parked down there in that one picture. It's down here by itself. This is that outer wall. So this is the outer wall and that outer wall is Champlain Towers, right? So outer wall is, all right, so this, we'll do this tab too. So this is, there's no other beam here. So this beam is, so just up by a couple, right? So I need the outer wall. So for the orientation, that beam is so 30 right here. So follow across in the garage, straight across, and going back to the video, which is one tab over. That's the garage she left. This beam, so it doesn't have any beam connecting back behind us. Just for verification of that last beam. So she stepped back. Wait a minute, because there's a transfer beam here, it looks like. Looks like the beam here and beam here. So if she's looking at no beam, she's in one or two places. She's way down here, which I don't think so. I think she stepped back and she's looking at this one. So let's look at that again, where she is, orientation-wise. Let it roll. Okay, so she's walking. Let's back her up. There's no beam right here. Let's look for that again. Yeah, there's no beam going across here. The first beam we see is right here. There's no other beam there, you see? There's no beam on that side, and there's no beam on that side. If we turn left, there's the driveway should be a little further up. So she's walking. This is the beam we're looking at. She says, I got it. She's going to walk again a little bit further. She's going to stop right about here. Look that direction. We're going to see the car that stuck between these two columns. We see two other vehicles here. We see number 14 here. And whatever this is, she's going to turn. So we're now looking at the collapsed outer structure transfer beam. Let's get back to it. Where is she? One tab over. So there it is there. There's the next one. There's the BM33, I believe. And then there's, so there's 14. She turns. And there's the bank, there's the bump out. All this right here is what collapsed. She's right under what collapsed. So if you guys want to pause the video and look at that, at least you have orientation for yourself to go back to the video and find something that I didn't find. So that's the ceiling she hits on, tags on. And the video, just wanted to give you a breakdown of where she was, where it's in relationship to. People ask me about where is that. Now here's the rest of the most important thing is that these are the 877 Collins Avenue preliminary view plans dated April 26th this year, 2021, received by the municipality. It's very critical to note that these are structural members that they're asking to be supported. And then it shows the cribbing, etc. Now those beams are where? I don't know, but there's some cracks between those beams that obviously are very critical that need to be supported while they work on the structure between them and the form of the columns and or the decking. They find it very critical that they need to be supported while they do this. Shoring requirements for concrete repairs. So you see what's going on there. Can that be translated to something else? Well, you can't take it apart, so let's go 24. So you can't take this apart. You guys like to find mistakes. Some of my amateur sleuths like to find mistakes that I state, which isn't that hard. But this is clearly a repair, full slab, full depth repair that they want to get to. In her video, she shoots the roof a few times, and somewhere the engineer shoots the roof and decides that, whoa, we're going to have to cut that big old section of that open, and we're going to have to do some closure on it, put some closures on it, which includes a half-inch down rebar. This is very different. All right, guys, I got to head to bed. I'm pretty exhausted here. It's 2 a.m. in the morning and just about 1:51. So take care. I hope that was helpful. This was the garage thing we went over. Please comment. That helps me with the YouTube, getting it out there. My voice is so exciting right now, right? Please comment, thumbs up, and tell me how dead I am right now, I guess. Goodbye.